In today's video, I'll be going over some LEGO Star Wars helmet set ideas for the next couple of years. Let's get into it, guys. So yes, welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars set ideas video, and this is specifically for the LEGO Star Wars helmet or bust series. Basically everything, regarding the Scout Trooper, the Mando helmet, the X-Wing helmet, Darth Vader helmet, basically everything in that line. They've been doing it for the past couple of years now, and I personally don't see them stopping anytime soon. I think it's a very nice little, kind of sub-theme for LEGO Star Wars. Quite a few options they can do, and realistically there are a lot of helmets in the Star Wars universe, between every faction, every character. If they strictly, just stay to helmets, they could probably have helmets for the next 10 years as is. But in today's video, guys, I want to go over just a few. I think I have 8 ideas right here. Basically one for every original piece of content from Star Wars, basically no Disney stuff. I've got one per episode, 1 through 6, a Clone Wars and a Rebels idea. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it with episode number 1. And I think this one has to be Darth Maul. I think, out of every single character in Phantom Menace, Darth Maul is definitely the most prominent, as in, his kind of his movie, before he showed up in Clone Wars and stuff like that. So Darth Maul is definitely one of those where it would definitely be unique to the helmet wave. They've not yet done a kind of human-like character yet, where it's not a full-on mask or helmet, and it would definitely be interesting to see how they play it. Of course, they did the old UCS Darth Maul from, I believe, what was it, 2001, I think, or even 2000, and of course they could just do a micro kind of scale of that, a lot more detailed pieces. I definitely think they can make it look pretty nice. I think the toughest part would be to get the facial tattoos proportionate and looking good on there, but I think Darth Maul is definitely probably the key to go, for Phantom Menace. Let's move on, guys, to episode number 2, and this one was a pretty obvious one. I think everyone could probably predict I was going to say this, and that being Jango Fett. And basically they've already got the template down. For Boba Fett helmet basically is the exact same as Jango's. Very minor little details. Where if LEGO really wanted to do that. But honestly, I think all of us, including myself, would be fine if LEGO just re-released an exact recolor of Boba's helmet, for Jango's helmet. I think I'd be perfectly fine myself. There's such minute details, little visor details, where, again, I would not blame LEGO if they didn't do that. Just mainly, I don't know, I feel like, some of it, of course, is just, with the prequel love, being very surprised they did a Jango Fett as is. I think I could definitely oversee, a few of those maybe minor flaws if they do, a Jango Fett. But I think Jango Fett is definitely the #1 for episode number 2. Moving on, guys, to episode number 3, and to coincide with a brand new minifigure that just came out recently, Phase 2 Commander Cody. I think it makes perfect sense. Kind of the highlight clone of the movie. I guess they could also do a 501st clone, but it'll kind of coincide and kind of mix in. Although actually maybe kind of good with the Clone Wars idea I have. So Phase 2 Cody's my #1 for episode 3, but a regular 501st clone definitely wouldn't be too bad. I'm trying to stray away from pure humans at the moment because I'm not too sure how they would do that. I don't know if personally, if they did a Anakin or an Obi-Wan or a Mace Windu, if they could really knock that out yet, helmet-wise, or if that would have to be an entirely different little thing, So I'm not really I'm trying to stray away from human, heads for the moment and trying to do, strictly, actual helmets and stuff that makes sense. What is up, guys? I'm currently editing this video, and a very good idea I thought for episode 3 as I was editing this is a General Grievous. I remember seeing a bust mock somewhere on the internet. I'll try to pull up the picture of a very nice looking Grievous bust, for it would probably be able to fit into the $60, $70, $80 price point. I genuinely think Grievous might be a bigger character than Phase 2 Cody in episode 3. Leave your comments down below if you think that's true or not. And especially if we're getting maybe, say, Phase 2 Rex, maybe right off the bat not have Phase 2 Cody and Rex side by side. I think General Grievous would be able to spice it up a little bit. Again, a nice little color pop on there. And yeah, I wanted to just include this right here, and I thought it was a very good idea, probably even better than Cody. Well, moving on, guys, to Clone Wars, coinciding with the clone beforehand, Phase 2 Rex. I guess that also goes with Cody, or if it's the 501st Clone Trooper, having a Phase 2 Rex in there would be beautiful. And Phase 2 Rex would sell very well, in my opinion. I think out of all these on this list, Phase 2 Rex would be everyone's prequel collection. Everyone that is a relative fan of Clone Wars. Again, another one of those things where even if you're not a LEGO fan, Captain Rex fans are going to pick up, the Phase 2 Rex, if they make it in the helmet, Lego set. Right there. Moving on, guys, to Rebels. Kind of tough to do Rebels. One of two things here. In the thumbnail, I think I've got an image, and I'll pop it up right now if I can find it again, of the Ezra's Scout Trooper repainted helmet. I think that'd be very cool. Pretty iconic for strictly Rebels fans, and honestly, more so than the one I have on here initially. I've got both on here, and the one I put beforehand that I thought of was the Inquisitor helmet. But the more I think of it, honestly, the Inquisitor helmet, he only wore that in the first, 3 episodes or whatever. I don't even think he wore it, half the season. Only in season 1, Inquisitor helmet is kind of forgettable. It's again, it's one of those things where Rebels fans wouldn't know. But quite frankly, I think grand scheme of things, I think I would go with the Ezra's repainted Scout Trooper helmet. I think a lot of people would kind of recognize that more so. And especially that'd be a nice color pop on your shelf. That's a lot of beautiful colors to mix in to kind of stray away from the whites and the grays and the blacks. So yeah, there's that, guys, for Rebels. Moving on, guys, to episode number 4, New Hope. And this is one I kind of brought up in a video a couple weeks ago that I think Lego should do anyway, and would be C-3PO. I think, if they're trying to do, some of these droids, R2-D2, D-O, BB-8, in that kind of $100 form. And in my opinion, I don't think C-3PO can ever really fit in that $100 form and have it fully built. I don't see them ever really being able to do a fully built, brick built, legs, arms, head of C-3PO. So I think the nice common ground on that would just be to do a helmet set for, say, $60 or $70 for him, and really knock it out of the park of just doing the straight up bust of them. And I think that'd be very cool. Again, very classic, very iconic. A lot of people would pick up C-3PO. Again, a very nice color pop on the shelf. Whether they do, pearl gold, of course, is acceptable. Would be very, very cool if they could do metallic gold. But again, it's Lego, and I feel like that set would, even in their case, cost probably way too much for them to want to put it out. But yeah, there's my idea for episode number 4. Moving on, guys, to episode number 5. This was actually brought up from a fan a couple weeks ago, or actually a commenter that brought it up. And I kind of totally forgot this trooper even existed, or that, the fact they haven't done them yet, is an ATAT Driver. So I think this one perfectly fits episode 5. Of course, there could also be a snow trooper, but I think a snow trooper would be pretty difficult, in my opinion. I think out of all the helmet snow troopers, they kind of have that, kind of loose-fitting helmet at the bottom, where there'd be a lot of different textures and angles to get for a brick-built, smaller model. Where I think an AT-AT Driver is a little bit more iconic for episode 5 itself. And again, a pretty nice color pop. If they mix in light bluish gray and sand blue, I think that'd be very cool. And it would go well with the Scout Trooper and regular Stormtrooper and TIE Fighter pilot helmet. So there's that, guys. Moving on, guys, to episode number 6. I've got 2 ideas here. One being, I think they would make it maybe over the other one, but the other one would be pretty cool. The one I think that Lego would make is a Royal Guard bust. I think that'd be pretty badass to begin. So kind of the same with the Snow Trooper. I gotta say, the Royal Guard definitely has kind of a harder to get, bottom section of that mask right there they wear, because, again, it's a little bit looser fitting, I think, and a lot of angles. It's more so triangular, a lot of different jagged edges, it feels like. And, overall, it's kind of more so a cloth, I feel, kind of a hood over a helmet. So, again, same thing with the Snow Trooper. I think that'd be pretty difficult. So, yes, guys, there is the entire list. I wanted to kind of just, mix it up a little bit, do one of everything from, all these different forms of content. No Disney stuff. Some of the newer stuff just doesn't make any sense. They've already done Mandalorian from Mando. Nothing really from Kenobi. Again, maybe the Inquisitor, but even then, he's not even in it. We've already got a Darth Vader one, so I can't just say Darth Vader for anything. We've already got a Stormtrooper one. And that's basically that, guys. And again, the sequel trilogy stuff, whatever. Praetorian Guard, I wouldn't even buy that. That thing's hideous. They did the Dark Trooper pretty dirty now that I think about it. So I don't know. I think some of this stuff might be. I think Lego really has to kind of think about what they're doing with this stuff, since the Dark Trooper could have been really cool, but that thing looks like a pancake on a stand. So yeah, that's basically all, guys. Thank you guys all for watching. If you guys have any ideas yourself, leave them down below. Thank you guys all for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys, and stay safe.